So here we go with my Saturn collection, and if you'll notice, it's a lot smaller than the Nintendo collection. And actually, it's a lot smaller than I even thought it was. I really am missing some stuff for Dreamcast. Saturn I don't have too much yet because I just got it recently, but the Dreamcast, I'm missing a lot of stuff. But I'll get into it in a minute, I guess. But anyway, I've got, of course, Sega Dreamcast. Need one of those. So I can't have a Dreamcast collection without one of these. And then let's all I could find for my Dreamcast was obviously one of the controllers, some VMUs, one VMU, get this thing out of here, one VMU, one of those Rumble Pack things, which I don't know what game reviews that too well, one of these other VMUs like the multi-VMUs, and one game. And the reason I don't have, well, I'll show that in a second. And The Last Bleed is the game, the one Dreamcast game I could find. And the reason I'm missing a lot of my stuff is because I have a friend of mine, the guy I was talking about, if you saw the Nintendo video a minute ago, and I gave him one of my other Dreamcasts for a while, after he's had it for a while, and I think when I sent him the Nintendo, I asked him to switch it back. And this is also actually a Dreamcast product, if you look, but I have actually modded it to work with my PlayStation, but it is a Dreamcast stick. Usually the buttons and stick are going to be green, and it's actually a very good arcade stick. So that's all the Dreamcast stuff I got right now. I really got to get back some of my games, a couple controllers and stuff from him, because I want to have complete stuff. Alright, so anyway, let's get to the Saturn. Of course, there's the Sega Saturn itself. This is a Model 2 Sega Saturn, and I modified it here in the back. I added a switch so I could change the regions, so I could play imports, because as you'll see, most of my games are imports. So, I've got, let's start with the non-import game. I only have one import game. It's 3 games in one box. This game that came with the Saturn back in the day. It comes with Virtua Fighter, Virtua Cop, and Daytona USA. They're all 3 pretty good games, actually. And then, I think it's the only non-import I have. So let's start going through. I got KOF 97. For some reason, these cases, if you look at a couple of them, they were like this. I got them a lot in eBay, and the booklet and the game is there. For some reason, they lost the back of the case or something. But it was a pretty good deal, so I wasn't too worried about it. They mentioned it in the listing. Got KOF 95. Of course, no back again. And this one comes with this RAM cart, or I think it's called a ROM cart actually. It holds some of the data and it won't work without this. And then I got, this is, I believe, Magical Drop 3. It does not say at all what it is, but it's got 3 on the side. There it goes, Magical Drop 3. And the other side's in Japanese. And this is a really great game. And then I also have XMen versus Street Fighter. That one, no back as well. It's kind of strange. And this is a really awesome game. This is one of my favorite Saturn games. This is like perfectly the same as the arcade one. I've got Fighting Vipers. This is a pretty cool game. It's a 3D fighter, kind of like Virtua Fighter. King of Fighters 96. All these King of Fighters games are really great, and the Saturn version is really good. Plays very well. And this game, actually, for the longest time, I didn't know the title of this game, because on the side here, it's just, you can't even read it, there's marker in a way. But it's in Chinese on the side. But then I realized on the other side, I hadn't looked at it, I don't know what I was doing. It says Outlaws of the Lost Dynasty, but the spine is here, so I never read this side. So this game is Outlaws of the Lost Dynasty. This game is terrible. It's like a Street Fighter 2 ripoff. I don't know if you can see in the graphics here. It's like a Street Fighter 2 ripoff, and it's really terrible. And then I've got this Saturn joystick that you probably saw, I think, somewhere. But it feels pretty cheap. It's not really too good, but it's better than using the controller for a fighting game, I think. But the Saturn controller actually is not too bad. And then I have this ROM cart. It does either 1 megabyte or 4 megabytes for games that take extra RAM. I forget if it's RAM or ROM, I don't remember anymore. And then I've got 2 Saturn controllers. I've got the regular Saturn controller, and I have the Japanese Saturn controller. That's a pretty cool one. Saturn is one of the best controllers in my opinion. The Genesis 6 button when it came out for Genesis for the Street Fighter 2 was really great, and then basically they almost did nothing to the design to change it. But anyway, that's my whole Dreamcast and Saturn collection at the moment. It's very small, obviously, but I'm trying to at least get more Saturn stuff. Dreamcast, I gotta get my stuff back before so I can figure out what I got. But anyway, I think the next one I'm gonna do is the 64 stuff I have, Super Nintendo, maybe Game Boy, maybe. I guess in GameCube too. I may as well do all the Nintendo systems. I don't know. Maybe I'll split it up. But anyway, you'll see when it comes on, won't you? I'll see you guys later.